You've probably figured out already that one of the subtle things about Nyquist is the fact that Nyquist has a temporal semantics. Most programming languages, you just run things and they run in sequence, or functions get composed, and the goal is to just run as fast as possible and compute the answer. So in Nyquist, the emphasis is much more about specifying when things happen. So the timing is really critical, and we've seen lots of constructs, seek, we've seen the at operator, the stretch operators, and various other things that are all related to timing. The score representation is another example. So we're going to look in a little more detail about stretch and building behaviors that are stretchable. Nyquist has default stretch behaviors for all primitives. So when you apply stretch to the OSC unit generator or PWL, they get longer, right? But sometimes they may not get longer in the ways that you want. Sometimes you want certain things to stretch and others, for example, the rise time in an envelope, to remain fixed in timing. So here's an example where you want the number of events to increase when you stretch rather than the duration of a single event or a few events. So here's the function is called nthings, okay? And this is kind of a formula for how to do this sort of thing in Nyquist. It's common that the first thing we do is we grab the environment, the duration out of the environment. And the function to do that is get duration of 1. What does that mean? So the idea is that if we had a nominal duration of 1, what would the actual duration be under the current environment? So that's how we get the duration parameter here. And now what we want to do is create some number of events. And so we compute that number, n, as rounding duration divided by the duration of each thing. So now we know how many things it takes to fill up that amount of time. And we use seekrep to make n copies of things. But the important thing here is we're going to do an absolute stretch by 1 because we don't want the outer stretch factor to propagate into the synthesis of thing. Otherwise, thing would probably stretch to the entire duration just for each thing, and we would the total result of the sequence would be n times as long. The next example is one where we want to build an envelope that has a fixed rise time and a fixed fall time, and so that's what this function myEnvelope does. Now, of course, you can look at the env primitive unit generator, which also builds a 4-phase envelope with control over rise time, decay time, and release time. But we're going to here show how that you can actually build these things yourself in Nyquist. So we follow the same pattern as before. We first of all get the duration from the environment. So now we know how long this envelope is going to be. Note again that whatever we compute and return is going to be stretched absolute by 1 to prevent the environment's duration from propagating into this expression, which is a PWL. And then within the PWL, we can construct an envelope with a fixed rise time controlled by this global variable. It goes up to time 1, and then it's going to remain at 1 until this time, which is the duration minus the fall time. And finally, the PWL ends at dir, which is the overall duration.